So what was in the living room?
Okay, she went to the living room to have a look, see what was there, and she couldn't believe it. The Nutcracker came to life. Wow, so this is like a literal living room. Things come to life in the living room. That never happened in my living room.
Is it like Toy Story?
We just sat around and watched TV in our living room.
Nothing came to life.
In this living room, things come to life. Yeah, like Toy Story. You know, like Woody, the cowboy, or something like that.
像玩具总动员一样，这个胡桃钳竟然活过来了。
Okay, so that's not all. The Nutcracker came to life. That's strange and wonderful and fantastic enough. That's not all. It says suddenly giant mice appeared. Giant mice appeared in the living room.
Ooh.
And here we see our second word, power word, suddenly. S-U-D-D-E-N-L-Y. Suddenly. Suddenly means that something happens quickly and unexpectedly, so you don't expect it to happen. For example, I was surprised because someone suddenly appeared in the dark. I was surprised because someone suddenly appeared in the dark.
Suddenly， 你一看到这个字就知道啊，不妙。Suddenly 是一个副词，意思是突然的。比如说，突然一只狗冲到街上，或者是突然老师冲出教室外，这时候都可以用这个字 suddenly。像例句啊，就是说，突然有人从黑暗中出现，所以我吓了一跳。What did the mice want?
Okay, we've got a living nutcracker. We've got giant mice.
Ew.
And these giant mice, they attacked the nutcracker, but he fought them. Okay, we've got a battle now. We've got some kind of a war between the giant mice and this nutcracker. The giant mice attacked the nutcracker. Attack is our next word, power word for today. Attack is spelled A-T-T-A-C-K. Attack. Attack means to use violence to try to hurt someone or something, like an animal. For example, the hungry lion attacked the zebra and ate it. The hungry lion attacked the zebra and ate it.
结果这些老鼠开始攻击这个胡桃钳。攻击我们用 attack 这个字，比如说国与国之间的攻击也可以用 attack。我们或者在例句中，我们看到这个 the lion attacked the zebra， 就是这个狮子攻击了斑马，然后还把它吃掉。
Okay, so we've got a battle between the nutcracker and the giant mice. They're trying to hurt each other. They're fighting, they're attacking one another.
That's scary.
It's a scary scene, especially to see in your own living room, where you usually just relax and chill out with your family. Now you've got a war going on. It goes on to say, when the nutcracker killed the mice's leader, the mice ran away. Okay, so what do you do if you're fighting this army of giant mice?
You kill the leader.
You go after the leader, the head mouse, the mouse in charge. Leader is our last word, power word for today. We spell leader L-E-A-D-E-R, leader. A leader is the person in charge of a group. They're like the boss of everyone. They tell people what to do. For example, we chose Maria to be the leader of the group. We chose Maria to be the leader of the group.
胡桃钳就成功的击退这些鼠群的 leader 领袖，比如说班级的班长，我们就可以说 the class leader 就是班长，或者是一个国家的领袖 the leader of the country。那像例句中就是 Maria 是我们选出来这组的组长，我们用 the leader of the group。The nutcracker beat it, and the mice ran away. 逃跑了。
Okay, so once the leader's gone, the other mice, these other giant mice said, you know what?
Well, we gave up.
We surrender. You win, okay? We just saw what you did to our leader. We don't want that to happen to us. We're getting out of here. So, the nutcracker was very brave to fight the giant mice, and very smart too. He went after the leader, and the others just ran away. Then, the nutcracker turned into a prince. A prince. Wow, okay, so we've got a lot of magical things happening here. The nutcracker turned into a prince. A prince, of course, is the son of the king, a king and a queen. They're royalty, so they are very important people. And Clara shouted, You saved me.
Oh, you saved me.
Clara was just watching this whole thing. She was probably in danger, I guess.
Not really, if she didn't go to the living room.
Yeah, she could have if she just would have stayed asleep like you're supposed to. You know, parents always tell you on Christmas Eve, stay in bed, stay asleep. If you don't, you're going to get in trouble. This is what they mean. This is what they mean. If you go downstairs,
mice in your living room.
There's going to be giant mice fighting a nutcracker. All kinds of bad stuff.
You don't want to see that.
Bad things are going to happen. So hopefully she's learned her lesson.
How did he come to life and he also turned into a prince?
That is a good question.
Right? 这时候这个胡桃钳突然摇身一变，变成一名王子。Clara 这时候就还惊魂未定，然后就很大声的说：“谢谢他救了他，哇，救了他一命哎。”
Okay, so Clara said, "You saved me" to the prince. The prince said, "No, you saved me. You turned me back into a prince." So the nutcracker was like a prince, just trapped in that form. There was some magical thing going on here. Some sort of spell that had turned a prince into a nutcracker. Then Clara turned the nutcracker back into a prince.
So Clara actually saved him.
Clara actually saved him.
哇，原来这个本来是王子，后来不知道为什么突然变成了胡桃钳，所以这个时候王子认为是 Clara 救了他的。So what now? They're gonna be like live happily ever after?
That's usually how these stories end, isn't it? You know, and then they lived happily ever after. They had 10 kids, 5 boys, 5 girls, that sort of thing. When they grew up and got older, all that stuff. Well, what does happen? It says then he and Clara danced. Okay, very romantic. They each think they saved each other, so they're going to have a dance together, moving about the living room. I'm not sure where the music would come from exactly.
Right.
Maybe the giant mice pick up instruments and start playing music, and everybody's cool with each other. Well, it says Clara looked around and asked, "Where are we? We aren't in my living room anymore." Ah, okay, I see.
What?
They're not in the living room anymore. They've moved somewhere else. Anymore, we use this word to say that something is not happening here. It's not happening anymore, or it's not true. It's not happening at this time. It was before, but it isn't now. Not now, not anymore.
这里时候 Clara 突然回神，发现Where are we？ 我们在哪里？记得吗？她刚刚本来是偷偷摸摸走进家里的 living room， 结果现在一回神，发现不在客厅了 ，not there anymore. So where were they?
Another good question. Yes, where are they? They're not in the living room. Where did they go to? What's going on? The prince answered, "This is my home, the land of sweets." Sweets. That means like candies. The land of sweets. So is everything made of sweets? Like the houses and the roads and everything else? They're not in the living room anymore, that's for sure.
That's romantic.
I think so.
OK， 所以现在他的这个王子呢，就说啊，我们不在你家了，我们现在在我家，这是一个甜点王国，就是充满甜食的 land 国土。Before she knew, she was already at the prince's home.
Yes, it's been a very magical evening so far. We've seen a battle. We've seen this prince and Clara save each other. Now they are in the land of sweets. What's going to happen next? We have to wait until our next program to find out. Now it's time for our wrap-up.